Bonjour les étudiants and welcome to another French lesson. I have something to show you. Look at these sentences. His house is big. Her car is new. Their dog is naughty. Your computer works. Our dresses are beautiful. My books are on the table. What we are trying to tell in these sentences, what we are trying to show in these sentences, what do you think? So it's very clear that what we are trying to show in these sentences. In these sentences, we are trying to show that someone owns something. Something belongs to someone. Here we are showing a possession, like his house, her car, their dog, your computer, our dresses, my books. So this his, her, their, your, our, my, these are called possessive adjectives in English. And this house, car, dog, computer, dresses, books, these are all nouns. So it clearly shows that possessive adjective describes a noun. A possessive adjective is a word that tells you about an ownership or a possession of something. So in English, the possessive adjectives are, these are possessive adjectives in English. You can also notice one common thing which is there in all these sentences, and that is a possessive adjective comes before the noun. See, these are all nouns: house, car, dog, computer, dresses and books. These are all nouns and these are all possessive adjectives. So a possessive adjective comes before the noun. The same thing happens in French as well. Like in English, we also need possessive adjectives in French. So what are possessive adjectives in French and how do we use them? We are going to learn in this French lesson. So these are French possessive adjectives. There are certain rules in French possessive adjectives which you need to know. The first rule is, in French, there are three ways of saying my, your, his, her, our, your, their in French. For example, mon, ma, me. Meaning is my. To, ta, te. Meaning is your. So, sa, se. Meaning is his. So, sa, se. The meaning is her. Notre, notre, no. The meaning is our. Votre, votre, vo. Meaning is your. Leur, leur, leur. The meaning is their. Before I tell you the second rule in French possessive adjectives, let's understand this chart, then we will talk about that second rule. So this is masculine and this is feminine, singular, okay? And this is masculine and feminine, plural. So we use mo before a masculine singular noun. We use mo before a masculine singular noun. For example, my father, my father. So father is masculine as well as it is singular. So I would say mon père, my father. We use ma before a feminine singular noun. For example, my mother, my mother. Mother is feminine as well as singular. So ma mère, my mother. We use me before a plural noun, For example, my parents, my parents. So parents are plural. So I would say mes, I would use mes. Mes parents, my parents. Now, to, ta, te. We use to before a masculine singular noun. For example, ton frère, frère means brother. So brother is masculine as well as singular. That's why we have used to. Ton frère, your brother. We use ta before feminine singular noun. For example, your sister, your sister. So sister is feminine as well as singular. So tasser, 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 your sister. We use te before a plural noun, before a plural noun. So if I want to say your cousins, then te cousin, your cousins. So, sa, se. We use so before a masculine singular noun. For example, his uncle, his uncle. Uncle is masculine as well as singular. So, son oncle, his uncle. We use sa before a feminine singular noun. For example, his aunt, his aunt. So aunt is feminine as well as singular. So sa tante, his aunt. We use se before a plural noun, before a plural noun. For example, his friends, his friends. Friends are plural. So before a plural noun, we would use se here. So se zami, his friends. Next is again this so, meaning is her. So we use same before masculine singular noun. So for example, her son, her son. So son is masculine as well as singular. So I would use so fees, that means her son. We use sa before feminine singular noun, same. So if I want to say her daughter, so daughter is feminine as well as singular. So I would say Safiya, her daughter. We use say before a plural noun. For example, her children. The children are plural. So I would say ses enfants, her children. Next is notre, no. Notre, no. Meaning is are. We use notre before a masculine singular noun. For example, I want to say our uncle. So uncle is masculine as well as singular. So notre oncle, our uncle. Again, it is same like notre. This we use before a feminine noun. Like our aunt. I want to say our aunt. So aunt is feminine as well as singular. So notre tante. We use no before a plural noun. For example, our cousins. So cousins are plural. So no cousin, our cousins. Next is votre, vo. The meaning is your. Votre, vo. We use this votre before a masculine singular noun and even before a feminine singular noun. So if you want to say your father, you can say votre père. That means your father. If you want to say your mother, you can again use the same votre mère. That means your mother. We use vo before a plural noun. For example, your parents. So parents are plural, so vos parents, your parents. The last is leur. The meaning is their. We use this leur before a masculine singular noun as well as before a feminine singular noun. For example, their brother. Brother is masculine singular noun. So leur frère. Frère means brother, which is masculine as well as singular. So leur frère, their brother. Their sister is also a feminine as well as singular. So again you can use same leur. So leur sœur, their sister. We use this leur before a plural noun. For example, their cousins. Cousins are plural. So I would use leur cousin, their cousins. So these are French possessive adjectives. Now let's talk about that second role. I already mentioned about that rule in this whole explanation. Now let's understand that second rule more deeply through some examples. Suppose I want to write down his son and her son. in French. So how would I write this? His son. So if you say this, his, we use saw, sa, se, right? We use saw before a masculine singular noun, right? So son is what? It's a masculine singular noun. So we should use saw, right? So I would use saw fees. Saw fees, his son. Now how can I write her son? Her son. So if you see this, her, we again use saw, sa, se. Again we use saw before a masculine singular noun, and son is a masculine singular noun. So that means for her also I would write saw fees. Saw fees. So what this example shows? This example shows that in French a possessive adjective must agree with the noun which is possessed. A possessive adjective must agree with the noun which they are describing. So it doesn't matter whether the person is a male or a female. Now let's take another example. I want to say his car and her car. His car and her car. Now make this sentence in French. His car. I would tell you car is feminine. Car is feminine in French. So his car. So this is his, and we use saw, sa, se for his. We use sa before a feminine singular noun, right? And car is feminine as well as singular, feminine singular noun. That means we should use sa, right? We should use sa for his also. So sa voiture. Sa voiture. That means his car. If I want to write down her car in French, her car. So for her, again, we use sa before a feminine singular noun, and car is a feminine singular noun. So again, the same thing, sa voiture. We will write sa voiture. So what it shows? Here we have focused on the noun, that object which is possessed, not on the owner who owns that thing, not on the possessor. So we always focus on the noun, that object which is possessed, not on the possessor. That is the second rule. The third rule in French possessive adjective is, if any noun begins with a vowel, then we always use all these masculine possessive adjectives. If any noun begins with a vowel, then we always use all these masculine possessive adjectives. For example, if I want to say my friend, and that friend is a female friend. So in French, the friend is this, ami. Ami means friend, it's a female friend. So this noun begins with a vowel. Then I want to say my friend, so I would use mo. I would use only mo, mon ami. Instead of ma, I would use mo. Why? Because this noun begins with a vowel. If I want to say your friend, again that friend is a female friend, so it's a female friend, ami, then I would use what? Ton or ta? Yes, I would use this ton, again because this noun begins with a vowel. So ton ami. If I want to say his friend or even her friend, and that friend is a female friend, so what should I use? What should I use? So or sa? What should I use? Yes, I would use so. So nami. So nami, because this noun begins with a vowel. So nami, that means his friend or her friend. That is the third rule. Now let's do an exercise. In this exercise, you have to put the right possessive adjective in these blanks. So the first sentence is blank livre est sur la table. So livre is book, is on the table. So here you have to check whether this livre, book, is masculine or feminine. So what do you think? Livre is masculine or feminine in French? Yes, you are absolutely correct. Livre is masculine. So which possessive adjective we should use in this blank? So we can use all these masculine possessive adjective here.
We can use mon, like mon livre est sur la table, my book is on the table. We can also use ton livre est sur la table, your book is on the table. We can also use son, his book is on the table or her book on the table. We can also use notre, our book is on the table. We can use votre also, votre livre est sur la table, your book is on the table. We can also use this leur livre est sur la table, their book is on the table. So right now I will put here, suppose mon. I can put mon here. Okay, so you can use all these possessive adjectives, all these masculine possessive adjectives here, but I am using mon here. Okay, now the second sentence is c'est blank maison. C'est blank maison. It is blank maison. Maison means house. So house in French is masculine or feminine? Yes, you are right. Maison is feminine. So which possessive adjective should I use here? Again, we can use all these feminine possessive adjectives. Ma, ta, sa, notre, votre, leur. So I can use ma, say ma maison, it's my house. I can use ta, say ta maison, it's your house. I can also use this sa, say sa maison, it's her house or it's his house. I can also use notre, votre, leur. So here let's use ta, say ta maison, it's your house. The third sentence is blank mère est grande. You know mère means mother, so mother is tall. So it's understood that mother is feminine singular noun. So what should I put? Again, you can put all these feminine possessive adjectives. Ma, ta, sa, notre, votre, leur. So we can use, suppose sa. We can use here sa. Let's use sa. Sa mère est grande. Sa mère est grande. Next sentence is blank chien est méchant. Chien est méchant. Chien means dog. Est méchant. Méchant means naughty. Dog is naughty. Again, it's understood that dog is masculine. So we can use all these possessive adjectives here. So here we can use, suppose, let's use votre chien. We can use votre chien. Votre chien est méchant. Your dog is naughty. The next sentence is blank robe sans rose. Blank robe sans rose. Robe means dress, dresses. Sans rose are pink. Dresses are pink. Robe, it's a feminine noun. But here you have to see that this noun is plural, right? Because it ends with S, so that is plural. So before plural, what do we put? We can put all of them. We can put me, te, se, no, vo, leur. You can put any of these plural possessive adjectives. So here let's put leur. So L-E-U-R-S. Leur robe sans rose. That means their dresses are pink. The last sentence is blank cahier et blank gomme. Cahier means notebook and gomme. Gomme means eraser. So cahier is masculine or feminine in French? Yes, it is masculine. Again, we can use all these masculine possessive adjectives here. So let's use, we can use ton. So here we can use, suppose, ton. Ton cahier, your notebook, and blank gomme. Gomme is masculine or feminine in French? Gomme is, yes, feminine. So again, you can use all these feminines here. So let's use ton cahier et ma gomme. We can use ma gomme. Ton cahier et ma gomme. That means your notebook and my eraser. Now this is your writing task. You have to use the right and the appropriate possessive adjective in these blanks. The first sentence is blank appartement est grand. Apartment is big. Next sentence is nous fermons la porte blank maison. We close the door blank house. Next is blank beaux parents. That means beautiful parents. Next sentence is blank chaise est petite. That means chair is small. Next is ce sont blank livres. These are blank books. Last is
Rahul et Ankit achètent blank livre. Rahul and Ankit buy blank books. So here I already told you that you need to use right and the appropriate possessive adjective. For example, in this sentence, nous fermons la porte, we close the door, blank house. So which possessive adjective you should use, which is more appropriate according to this sentence, that you need to use in these blanks.